Okay, so it's supposed to be set up to prove to you I'm the true God and the secret God that been existing watching this devil Lord humiliate himself and do all this stuff and thinking that he was the only one in power. And it shows you what a personality, even a God, will do if they think nobody's looking. Okay? Just like a human being. If you leave them in Walgreens by themselves and they think that this part of the store doesn't have cameras, this person who was hired because they have a good reputation, they have a good history on paper, who the people who hired them believe that this person is honest and this person is noble and this person is trustworthy. The person is only trustworthy because the cameras are there. But when they get in the back room where there's no cameras at, and they know that, or the bathroom where they know there's no cameras, the truth comes out. Okay? Because this person found $1,000 in the bathroom in a wallet and had the ID and knew who it belonged to. It belonged to the manager that was there over her. And she took the money. Okay. And she took the wallet and she hid it and kept it until someone said something about it and asked about it, and she still kept it and hid it. Okay. And they never got their wallet back or anything. She wanted to give the wallet back, but she was scared that they would think that she took the money. So that was smart. Okay. I probably wouldn't have gave it back either. But the whole thing is that when people not being watched, they do stuff. So this Jehovah and this Elohim are the same way. Do you think that Jehovah and Elohim and the Most High are watching? They're the secret God and they're watching the devil do all this stuff? Do you think Jehovah and Elohim are watching people kill animals and then take them to a factory and cut them up and blood's all over the place? And then how did they get on the internet if Elohim and Jehovah don't want it to happen? They're definitely not going to let them sell it after they kill the animals if they're not going along with it. Okay. Do you think Jehovah, Elohim, and the Most High God, who are supposed to be good, who claim to be like Jesus, who claim to be behind Jesus' miracles, which they're not, and I could prove it to you right now, do you think that they're going to sit up there and let 8 million people be buried from smoking and drinking just in 1-2 years? This has happened in this dream, and they haven't done anything about it. They can't do anything about it, and I can prove that. Okay. You know why they can't do anything about it? Because they're the ones who caused it. Okay. Don't you think if they did this, they would do something about it so that they don't look bad? Just to make themselves look good, they would resurrect the people, or some of them, and say, I did. They can't, because they're the ones who put the liquor stores there on purpose to weaken the people and to make the people stumble. They're the ones who put the tobacco there on purpose and prettied it up and put colors on it. And no. But the secret God put on a package that it gives pregnant women cancer. They didn't do that. They wouldn't want you to know that this did this. Or they wouldn't put it out. Why would you put something out and then tell the people it gives them cancer? They're not going to buy that. Okay, so the secret God made the people, the companies who produced it, put it on there. They had no choice. They cannot put it in the store without putting the facts on there about the ingredient. Elohim and Jehovah and the Hell's High didn't want to put this on there, but they were forced to by the secret God. And they don't even know who the secret God is. They don't know where he is. They don't know where this power comes from. Okay? But they were forced to put that on there. Now, just so you know, God knows everybody's attributes and qualities and their skills, what they're born with. Every baby, God has instilled in them the secret God, not the devil, not Elohim, not Jehovah, not the Most High, the secret God, the true God who made humans, who created them, who didn't want animals getting killed and sold for food, who doesn't allow animals to kill each other and hunt each other. When he just to let you know, every human being is supposed to have their own job that they can do from home, or they can go to work. It's their choice. And he's going to give it to them. They don't have to search for it. He's just going to give them a job that they're good at. If they are good at art, then he's going to give them a job doing artwork, art design on the internet. And they're going to make as much money as they want. If they want to make $10,000 a week, he's going to pay them that. All he wants them to do is design web pages for other people. And he's going to set them up and give it to them in outlet. They don't have to do no background check, none of that. In God's world that's coming soon, there'll be no background check. There'll be no credit score. Okay, everybody's credit score will be put to 800 and it'll stay at 800. It doesn't matter what they don't pay or what they pay. That's coming soon. And I don't mean 10 years from now. The people individually are supposed to receive a free laptop and receive a job that they can start immediately. And this is coming. But it's supposed to have been like that. You're not supposed to have to go looking for jobs and hunting and go on an interview. You don't supposed to do that. That's fake. Any job that requires an interview or background check is probably not real job. Okay? The people aren't supposed to have to jump through hula hoops to get hired. God is supposed to hire the people instantly. Like on the YouTube content creators. Okay? Did you see them? They said, God hired me, who gonna fire me? Okay, and you see that God has already done this. These people have jobs, making money on the internet. All they're doing is talking about God. See how easy he's made it? But if I try to go do it, it doesn't work. Why? Why? I'm not going to reveal the reason why. You figure it out. Okay. But if I try to start a YouTube channel, you know, I don't get no viewers. I don't get any likes. My channel's ignored. Okay. And the same when I try to get a job. But enough. This is not about me. This is about people being put through hell to get a position at a company. Okay, that's not supposed to be like that. Everybody's supposed to be given a job by God where easy, to where he calls them and pursues them and say, hey, this is how it's supposed to go. When you get up, you're supposed to get at least 30 to 40 calls on your cell phone that morning within the same 2-3 hours. Different jobs saying, hey, I really need you to work. I don't want to interview. I just want you to come in and work. I know you're good because God told me. I have your information right here. I trust you. All you got to do is come in and work the hours. And I know you won't be too late. And I know you won't just not show up on me. You say, oh, really? You'll think you're dreaming, and you're supposed to be able to go to the Pizza Hut and work there and get paid the same day in cash and go home with some pizza. Nothing dead. But I just answered the question. You wonder, why isn't it like that? Because the fact that you can take home dead animals from McDonald's is the same reason why you can't work and get cash and take it home with no interview, with no background check. Because the people refuse to remove this. It's not even the people that's killing them. The people who are killing them will lose their job if the people who are buying them refuse to go along with this. So the secret God has allowed it time to see who would refuse this once they were told the secret, this ancient secret about veganism and about cannibalism. And the secret God wanted to see who would be stupid enough to judge veganism as a weak or a gay attribute. Who will be smart enough to understand that cannibalism is not acceptable? Not only to God, but just to themselves. It's not acceptable to themselves. And if you can come to terms and understand that cannibalism is not acceptable to yourself, then God judges you as a really respects you and really loves you and really wants to keep you around forever. And I mean forever. He doesn't care if you're doing it for him. He doesn't want you to stop cannibalism for him and supporting the animal killers for him. He wants you to do it because you chose to do it, because you care about, number one, the animals, and you care about the killings of the animals. And you care about that more than how good the animals taste. That's important to him. Why you chose to become vegan. So the job's supposed to call you and hire you and search you out and have you start immediately without no delay. And there's supposed to be no violence at the job, no hitting, no spitting, no touching. And it's supposed to be just a beautiful, good day. But the reason why it's not like that, and it can't be like that, it never gets like that, is because the people, at the job, what do they have in the vending machine? They have dead animals even in the vending machine and the cracker, with the crackers, blended in with the crackers, trying to trick you. Blended it in with the fruit salad, blended it in with the salad, which is ridiculous. Why do you have this God blending in dead animals on top of salad? Because he doesn't want you to live forever. He doesn't want you to become truth. He doesn't want you to be healthy. He doesn't want you to be able to think straight so that you can fight against him. Now, the people who are killing the animals have to be pretty desperate for money to do this. Okay. But it still gives them, the secret God is still not going to understand or forgive them for taking that job. Okay. He can understand them taking the job and then quitting after making a little bit of money because they just had to pay their bills. But not a person who continues to do it. Okay. You have to have loyalty, honor, and will and respect with yourself for the secret God to embrace you and to take you in with him, to put him down with you as a member of the everlasting life clique and posse. Okay. The job's supposed to call you and let you start working immediately. And God is supposed to, he knows what you're good at and knows what you like to do, and he's supposed to call you and give you a job offering these jobs with no experience, with no delay. And he's supposed to pay you in cash every day. No weekly pay, none of that. Because he knows you need cash, you want cash, and you need cash every day for different reasons. And you could do what you want with it. You can go get high off crack or weed or heroin, because the crack or weed or heroin will be minerals and vitamins. It'll be moringa leaf. Okay. Which is a plant that is so powerful it can restore your veins and your nerves. Okay. Which the people are so wicked that when I started buying this moringa leaf, I brought a bottle for $35, which had 300 capsules in it. And they got scared of me and jealous, and they took the moringa leaf down from the shelf. They couldn't take it all down because they knew that that would be suspicious. But they took all the ones that had 300 and hid them from me. And then they left the ones that were only had 200 in them, 160 in them, that were $20. They left a couple of those, and then now there's none there. And they hid them all in the back. They try to lie and say that people were buying them. But the girl that works there, she hid them from me because she didn't want me to have them. And she said some rude things to me, you know, and tried to insult me. And subliminally, like on a low, where she, you know, because she knows I know her brother, and if she does something, I could tell her brother and she'll get in trouble. It's a black family that works in the store, this nutrition store, and they don't own the store, they just workers there. And this girl, the devil was in this girl, and this girl is jealous of me. Why would a female be jealous of a man? I could understand a female being jealous of a female, but why would a female be jealous of a man? Females are supposed to be attracted to men, not jealous of them. And it proves to you that the females are a number of monsters. The people are a number of monsters. That's why they cook their meat medium rare, the way it's not even done. The blood's still coming out. The steak is not cooked well. I dated a female who they sent me to her just to save her from the sin she was committing. She was eating meat that wasn't cooked fully. She liked her meat halfway cooked, where it was really just raw meat. And I don't know who taught her that, but somebody taught her it. And she was feeding that to her son, Marley. So this is a lady I'm talking about who had tremendous ability to sing, but was taught in proper habits of eating it by her parents or by her friends. And she was cooking medium rare steak, and it looked like it wasn't fully cooked, which is very dangerous. Okay, you can kill yourself like that. It's very important that the steak you cook or any meat you cook is well cooked. That makes it to where it's nothing but a burnt up piece of God. Okay, it ain't really have. But when it's raw, you're actually eating a dead animal. But when it's cooked, you're not eating a dead animal. You're just eating a burnt piece of God. You are eating a dead animal, but it's not gonna hurt you because it's cooked so that it's so well cooked that it doesn't have any fatal effects on your health. And all right. So I went there to help her out with that. It was really for the baby because the baby has no power. So I came there to show her how to cook and make her cook these things well done. And it wasn't easy because she was stubborn and she swore that this was okay and that I said, no, you cannot get a baby that. So I cooked this food for him, and I let her cook her stuff the way she wanted. And I was taking care of Marley anyway. I was getting up 3 a.m, changing his diaper, and he every night and the room would be 150 degrees. I don't know why she would have the heat on in his room like that. It wasn't hot like that in our room. So I'm like, is this girl trying to kill this kid? So I had to turn the heat down in his room, take him up out of there, give him a bath, because he had peed all over the place, soaking wet. His pajamas soaking wet, the bed soaking wet. I had to change the bed, wash the bed, change the sheets, put him in a tub, feed him some food that wasn't dead animals, feed him some pasta, and then let him sit up there and watch Bob the Builder until he got tired again. Then he got to get up and go to school at 8 a.m. every night. Okay. So his mother was just too young and not ready to have children, and just didn't know what she was doing. So I had to teach her. So I was taking him to school. I was cooking for him. I was dressing him, combing his hair, brushing his teeth, because she wasn't making him do none of this. She wasn't making him brush his teeth. She wasn't making him dressing him properly. She wasn't getting up and seeing to him. She would be knocked out from smoking all his weed, and he'd be in there peed up with the heat on 150, burning up in there in the dark. And I said, you don't put him in the dark, you leave the light on. I had to fight with her about that until I had to make her listen, until I overpowered her, and then now I got the light on, and I I got to cook for him so that he was, and I was feeding him, everything except meat. Okay, the kid was only, 6 years old, 5 years old, and you're feeding them half raw, half cooked chicken, and it looked like the inside of a human being's muscle in their legs and arms, and it was so raw and uncooked, and the blood was there. The thing was still bleeding. It was like a dead animal. That's how she cooked it. really, she would cook it enough to where it would just turn a little bit brown. She probably put the chicken in there for like only like 5 minutes. Wouldn't even let it cook, and then be like, "Oh, it's done." So she was basically trying to kill her and the son. I don't know what was wrong with her, but I had to go fix all that. And I spent 9 months with her teaching her all the teachings of Jesus and teaching his teachings of Black Jesus, how to smoke weed properly, how to, what you should watch, how to bathe, how to clean yourself. You don't just use tissue. You have to use a soap and a cloth and really go to town every time you go to the bathroom. If the tissue doesn't do the job, okay, you mess up your underwear like that. Okay, so you had to teach you that. Okay, how to, so I didn't get paid from anybody from taking care of a son and raising a son. I used to teach him how to draw and color and to build houses, to draw houses, and he helped me design some buildings for the city. And now that miracle came true. The buildings that he made were very colorful and different colors, and the universe actually has did this, and he did this miracle as a young angel. He doesn't get paid for it. I don't get paid for it. But the universe did this through us because it looked at us as God over these heavenly spirit creatures that were against the people. So that was just to spite them. Okay, but we get paid back by the universe in different ways that are not money. The money's not real anyway. Any money they give you and tell you can buy tobacco with it and liquor's one thing, but for you to say to people they can buy cigarettes and buy dead animals, you know that money is really not real. And you shouldn't have to cut down a tree to give somebody money. You're not supposed to be cutting down trees anyway. That's another sin. Any God, Jehovah's not supposed to be touching nothing. He ain't supposed to cut no plants. He ain't supposed to cut no trees. He's not supposed to be taking food out of the wilderness and putting it in the grocery store and selling it. Okay? You could take the food out of there for the people and give it to them for free and ask them to donate, but you can't tell them you have to pay for this. That's a sin.